Good afternoon and welcome to Main Street Sports Minute. This is a brand new segment that we've got going on here, and Ray Halbrook here from Livestream STL. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just wanted to kind of just point this out. We're going to take about 10-15 minutes here and just recap our week here in Jefferson County and beyond, even into St. Louis County at times. So thanks for being with us. And I've got my good friend Jeff Whitener. He is going to be with us as well. Jeff, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, Ray. How are things? You're part of St. Louis County there.
St. Louis County's a little rainy today, but we'll get over it, and we're ready for some more baseball. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, the sun is shining down here at Blue Tiger Media headquarters, and yes, we are ready for baseball and softball on the way tomorrow, college softballs.
Absolutely. We're going to recap a little bit of the past week or so, and we're going to start with Diamondcast Baseball. Over here, we opened up last Tuesday on my birthday, March 29th, and we had the Herculaneum Black Cats visiting the St. Pius X Lancers. And just a little recap on that. St. Pius won that game. It was a very close game throughout, but Pius was able to kind of drag through and come from behind a little bit because they were behind for most of the game and pulled out a 3-2 win. And they are now, I'm double checking, 7-3 on the season, doing a whole lot of good stuff over there, Jeff.
Yeah, small schools, JCA small schools, St. Pius is the clear favorite this year, whereas last year they had the young team, and Jefferson had all of the seniors, and obviously took that team on a great state run. I think that was finishing third or fourth in state, if I'm not mistaken. This year it's kind of the Lancers' turn. It's kind of flipped now. Jefferson is the young and upcoming team, and Pius has the older, experienced players. They got two lights-out starters in Xander Street and Tate Ramey, and those guys both have perfect records on the season so far, and I expect big things from the St. Pius Lancers. And, Ray, I really don't see any reason at this point, as long as they keep getting great hitting, especially Andrew Merciel and some of those guys, why they can't make a run at state this year in Class 3.
Completely agree with you. I'm sure Coach Oliver and friends over there, they're looking for a deep run, and why not this year, right?
Exactly, why not? And, it just shows the more proof that the state of baseball is alive and well here in Jefferson County.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a clip here of just some of the recap of last week's game right here, so enjoy. Left-handed batting Nathan Stoll steps back in, and here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball through the second baseman out to the outfield for a base hit. Next pitch is a swing and a shot over the second baseman, and that's going to go to the wall. They're going to send Nathan Stoll, and he does score, and a stand-up triple for Andrew Merciel. Nathan Stoll is our player of the game here. Nathan, how you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, man. Hey, congratulations. Another big win here for the St. Pius X Lancers. What do you think is attributed to so much of the success this season so far already?
I think just staying at the plate, staying calm and cool, swinging at the pitches you want, down the middle, put it in play. I mean, it's about all you can do, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of that.
Great. And you got a lot of familiarity with the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Yeah.
Already beat them once this season already,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
And tight one here, but you guys were able to squeeze things out. You got the first run in the third inning.
Yep.
Take us through how that went.
I don't know. I was in the box, feeling calm and cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It just came down the middle. I put it in play. I mean, ran. I got the RBI, so it's good to me.
Good to you. And clubhouse seems to be doing pretty well right now, and a lot of great good vibes, they call it. So it was a windy one out there. I know that there was a couple of plays out there that were kind of very iffy, and you kind of hold your breath from time to time. Ooh, gotta catch that one. But you guys held on to. But you are a player of the game. You're going to be the Gordon's Cheesesteaks player of the game. You get a $15 coupon to Gordon's Cheesesteaks.
Thank you.
And anybody you want to give a shout out to out there, players, coaches, parents?
Probably just my center fielder, Schwer. I mean, he calls me off and I call him off, and we just have the chemistry out there, so we know what we're doing.
Awesome. Nathan Stoll, you're a player of the game. Stick around. That's Nathan Stoll, our player of the game. We appreciate having him on. Jeff, we're going to talk a little bit about the rankings, and there are a few local teams here that are already ranked in the top 10 in the state. You got that list for us?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about St. Pius, of course, and their possibility of being able to make a state run this year. And obviously the Missouri coaches also understand that. In Class 3 right now, St. Pius is currently ranked 4th. They've got a 7-3 record on the season. We talked about their pitching a little bit. They've got, in addition to Stoll, they've got Austin Almany. They've got Andrew Merciel, who's hitting a ton right now. Right. In fact, Andrew Merciel is hitting 500 on the season. He's among the metro area leaders right now. But so that's in Class 3. Now you jump up to Class 5, you've got the Festus Tigers. And the Festus is also capable of making a big run this year. They've got some great pitching over there with Nate Moore and Ian Brown, great timely hitting as well. They are tied for 8th in the state in Class 5 right now, and they're tied with our friends over at Lutheran South. Festus has also a 7-3 record on the season. Now, Lutheran South has a 4-4 record, Ray, but their schedule has been pretty difficult. The coaches recognize that. They still expect them to be in the hunt for a state run here at the end of the season. And then when you move up to Class 6, Seckman received votes. They're just out of the top 10 right now. So big things. Seckman always has a strong program. It's a team that we see a lot of those athletes from Seckman, whether they're playing Slava ball up there or on for Rock Memorial. So they always have a great team over there. Coach Hagedorn and those do a great job over at Seckman. But, we mentioned a little bit, too, the individual standouts. Andrew Merciel, St. Pius hitting 500. Also, Austin Happel from Windsor on a tear, hitting 500 for the season at the moment. We mentioned Tate Ramey and Xander Street. Tate Ramey 3-0 to start the season. Xander Street 2-0. Also, Windsor, another big school that will challenge Festus for the large schools this year. Great pitching performances from Austin Happel and Greg West. Sam Stokes from Windsor's has pitched very well for the Blue Jays this year. And, of course, I mentioned Nate Moore and Ian Brown. Nate Moore is amongst the leaders in strikeouts and strikeouts to walks ratio, too. And, of course, he'll be up on the big senior club for 253 Legion this summer, and we'll get to see what he does here this summer as well as what he's doing in the spring. So that's all I have on the baseball front. Otherwise, things are starting to heat up now. We're going to start moving into more conference games, and we've got some big games coming up on the schedule, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll have that schedule at the end here. We'll move over here real quick to Vikings Baseball, and that's going to be the Jefferson College Vikings. We've been covering them for quite a while, and I'll tell you, they've been fun to watch sometimes, but sometimes they've been an enigma. We caught up with Coach Zach Bone. He talked about some inconsistencies, but lately they've been in the winning column.
When you've got such a large roster of guys, any JUCO baseball team, and especially a young team, it takes a while to start cobbling together and finding what that identity is. And being able, Aaron Mayer, the pitching coach over there, being able to sort of form and mold the pitching staff once he sees what he has coming in. And they've been playing much better lately. They're 18-15 overall for the season, 13-7 in the conference, but they have won the last 3 games in a row, and they've won 7 out of their last 10. So they're trending upward, as we might say. But one of the greatest pleasures for me, working Jefferson College baseball and softball games for quite a while now, is being able to share how much fun those are with our live stream viewers.
Absolutely. And it's been an amazing acceptance, if you will, to kind of pop in there and just really be, brought in with open arms and said, hey, we appreciate you guys being there, and we appreciate that feedback because, to me, and I keep saying this over and over again, this is a long time coming, and Jeffco baseball and softball especially has been overlooked for way too long. Some of the standouts that I'm taking a look at here, Josh Gibson's been one of the greatest leadoff guys I've seen on a team locally here. bar none. I mean, he is taking care of business, knows when to get on. He knows his role, and I love that part. Matt Albritton, he's been really great lately as far as being able to just get those clutch hits. Matt Shark, the same thing. So those are my three guys that I'm kind of pointing out right now that really stood out to me. How about you, Jeff?
Well, I also want to mention Heston Gray. Heston Gray's done a great job recently on the mound for the Vikings and in the field. And at the plate, as a matter of fact. You've got Heston Gray. And I also want to talk a little bit about our local guys here in the area that we've known for quite a while. Colby Out, he got the start and led off the game the other day. In fact, he got the walk-off hit by pitch with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I did hear that.
to finish the game. It's Webster JV that they won 11-1. But the contributions of our local high schools helping feed the college local Legion teams and Slava teams. It has been great to see the contributions of these young guys. And of course, Jordan Duncan in his second year, the Herculaneum standout, now committed to Pittsburgh State. He'll be a gorilla out there, and he'll be pitching and hitting for the Gorillas out at Pitt State. So real excited to see what he can do at that next level, Ray.
There you have it. And we've got some footage of our game that we covered last week here as they took care of St. Charles 12-2 and 8-0.
Next pitch, swung on, smashed to right field for a base hit. Gibson's going to score easily. He's got 3 pitches he can work with. Ball 4. An RBI walk for Heston Gray. So the bases remain loaded. Matt hit by pitch his last time up. Fastball hammered past the second baseman. 1 run's going to score. The runner from second's going to score. So Quick and Gibson score. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Grounded, backhanded by the shortstop. Long throw.
But he dropped the ball.
Out!
But he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, so he's safe.
Safe. Umpire wanted to call him out. I kept waiting.
Right.
Here's the 0-1 pitch by Sharp. 2 down. There you go. Oh, he hammered that ball to right center. That's going to clear the bases. 1 run's home. Here comes the other runner on a 2 RBI double by Jack Matashek. Ball was middle in. Oh, he hammered that. Left center, going back, gone. 2 RBI home run by Matt Shark to left center. He got every bit of that. At the belt, we don't want we don't want somebody to get hurt. Line drive, base hit into the gap in left center. Will get down. Run scores, and that will end the ball game on an RBI base hit.
Back in 20 to 25 minutes for game 2.
So Jeffco wins this one 12-2 on an RBI base hit by Jack Matashek. That ends the ball game.
We turn to the 24-3. Do I dare say 24-3? Only ranked 19th, and that to me is kind of controversial. The Lady Vikings, the Vikings softball and live stream STL here, and I'll just preface it again. I'm kind of interested to know how they figure out the rankings on this, especially when we have a team that Jefferson College has beaten, probably above them in Crowder. But, so I'll leave that to the expert here, Jeff. What do you say about that?
Well, let's go over some things real quick, Ray. We've got a team that's 24-3 on the season, which for an 889 winning percentage, by the way. They've won their last 18 in a row. They're 8-0 in the conference, and they have an 18-1 home record. So you asked the open-end question there, how do they determine the national rankings? If you are familiar with a dartboard and a blind to wear over your eyes, you would probably understand how the national rankings are set. No, seriously, though, there are several different factors they go by. They try to go by strength of schedule. They try to go by, how many games you played, et cetera, et cetera. But it's very difficult in the end to for all these coaches to accurately assess all these teams across the country. So I will say this, in the rankings, just like any other, there are teams that probably should be moved up. In this case, we're thinking our hope team Vikings here. And there are teams that maybe should come down a little bit that are higher in the rankings by reputation. Of course, we see that in all college sports. Sure. That's all I'll say about that. And but I will say 19th in the nation right now. They're on the radar. They're getting noticed, and that's a big deal. But I want to talk about the accomplishments of this team because those are way more important than the rankings. And I want to start off with the offense. And I don't know if it was you or who it was over there at possibly Brian Garner who coined the term "Bash Sisters."
That was me.
But that's an accurate. That was an accurate portrayal of what this team's been able to do at the plate this year. Just to give you some idea what they're doing on a national level, they're ranked 15th in the nation in batting average, with a 386 average. They're 20th in home runs with 44. And they play on a fairly big field compared to some of these teams.
Yeah.
20th in triples with 12. 14th on base percentage, 451 clip on base percentage. They're 6th in the nation in slugging percentage with a 672 slugging percentage, which is outstanding. And sophomores Kirsten Nixon and Damie Lindsay are among the national leaders, both in batting average and slugging percentage. Let's talk about what they're doing in the circle. They are 2nd in the nation in strikeouts per 7 innings. That's 10.10 strikeouts per 7 innings. And that is, of course, the three-headed monster of Haley Ferris, Kirsten Nixon, and Allie Cook, who are pumping those numbers up for the Vikings. They're 7th in the nation in batting average against teams are only hitting .212 against the Vikings this year. They're 20th in the nation in shutouts with 7. They're 40th in ERA and 3.10. Kirsten Nixon, as I mentioned, and Haley Ferris are among the national leaders in strikeouts per 7 innings, and Haley Ferris among the national leaders in complete games. Great mix of players in the lineup for head coach Chris Starkey in his first year. The Vikings have a good combination. They've got speed, they've got power, they've got contact types of hitters. They've got players that can handle the bat, bunt a player over. They're a very scrappy bunch, a very seasoned bunch who have had a lot of success at a different levels, so they know how to win in a variety of ways, Ray. And they're a great, fun team. They get along together, and they're exciting to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, you already mentioned Haley Ferris. Very impressed with her pitching. Even when she's down, she's up. It just seems like somehow she's found a way to turn any kind of negative into a positive. Another person, Riley Egan, take a look at some of the big moments she's had in the last few weeks. And, there's been a couple of games they've been down and they're down to the very last inning, and somehow they find a way to pull through. We talk a lot to Coach Chris Starkey, and he just said, this is a pretty special group. They know what they're capable of, and they're able to overcome just about anything. And I think the big thing about that is just the synergy that they have. And you and I both know, we've said this to each other multiple times just in passing as we're coming into the games, that this is a special group. And again, are we a little bummed about the ranking? Yeah, but the season's not over either. So I think that gives them a chance to just continue to climb up that ladder and be able to pull out something really, really nice at the end of the year here, and maybe a deep run of the World Series.
Well, and hitting coach Jim Spencer had a great quote about that when I asked him about the 19th ranking the other day. He said, it's good the girls have the recognition. They feel they should be ranked higher, and that's going to keep them hungry. And that's the important thing. They can keep their confidence level high, stay positive. Ray, we know we've seen teams that are very, very talented that for some reason or another is successful as other teams that maybe have less talent but have great chemistry. This team has talent and chemistry, and they've got some big tests coming up. They've still got to play Crowder at home at their place on the road, and as well as North Central Missouri, who knocked them out of the region playoffs last year. And they still have 4 games with Three Rivers, and Three Rivers have two pitchers on their staff, have ERAs of less than 1 earned run average. So those are going to be big tests. When I asked Coach Schmidt about that, she said, okay, they may have good pitching stats, but they haven't played us yet.
That's right.
And that's the kind of confidence that you need to have when you approach those situations, and that filters down throughout the rest of the team. So
there you go.
Looking very much forward. They've got 2 games tomorrow against Mineral Area. I'll be over at the college. I know you won't be able to make that one, but folks can read all about the recaps in more depth, too, for both softball and baseball teams. What we're writing online, available at our website and available through the Jefferson College Athletics page on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've got some recaps here from last week as well. Of their game against Metropolitan and come back from behind fashion, but then just really kind of took it to them late in game 1 especially. So here's the footage on that. Games for softball today. We have softball action between the Metropolitan Wolves and the Lady Vikings of Jefferson. Ray Halbrook along with Mr. Brian Garner. Brian, my friend. Day 2 yesterday was pretty nice to us, and yes. I gotta say, hey, let's do it again, right?
Absolutely. Weather's gorgeous again. We've got a couple good teams out here like we did yesterday. The Vikings are on fire a little bit here, not to jinx them, but they're playing well.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2. Oh, swing and popped up high on the infield. Going back, and the ball drops. So Kumpf could not get a handle on it. So Day reaches on the error.
That's so funny.
Man. Swung on, base hit to left field. Jenna Roth scores. Sarah Roth will hold up at third on an RBI single by Lindsay. Day's first pitch. Smashed. She crushed that ball to center field. Gone! A line drive smoked over the 200-foot sign in center field for a solo home run for Danielle Lindsay. That ball got out of here in a San Francisco second. Here's the next offering to Egan. Swung on, high fly ball, deep to left, deep, gone! No doubter. 3-run home run by Riley Egan.
How about that?
Nose hitting. They're doing a good job teaching these girls to hit. Swung on, hit deep to center, back, gone! Back-to-back home runs in the inning, and back-to-back home runs by Danielle Lindsay. Monster home runs in the inning. Next pitch, hammered to left center. That's gone.
How about that? Starting a highlight reel, are they not?
Haig says, no, my sisters. No way you're going to outdo me.
How about that?
Back to back. Next pitch, grounded past the second baseman into right center. That gets by the center fielder to the wall. And Nixon's going to get 3 standing up.
How about that?
Next pitch, base hit to left center. And the ball is mishandled by the center fielder. And Schumann scoots into second with a double.
And that's the game. 7 after 5.
Yeah, that'll shorten the game. 9-1 victory for Jeffco.
And we're back. We're going to tell you a little bit about what we've got going on this week. We just got some great news literally yesterday. We will be out at Busch Stadium, Saturday, the 9th. The approximate time,
5 o'clock.
And that's due to being whatever time the Cardinal game ends. So we'll be covering the St. Louis Patriots taking on the St. Pius X Lancers. Down below, you see our streaming link there, livestreamstl.tkdssports.com. That is our website. And then we're also on the radio at mixler.com/livestreamstl radio. So we're really excited about that particular chance to come out there. And that's the second year in a row we've been able to do Busch Stadium. So we're pretty excited about that. Diamondcast Baseball next week, St. Pius at Crystal City, Tuesday the 12th. That'll be a 4:15 game. Hoping that the rain gets out of the way because they are calling for some rain right now. But hopefully we'll be able to get that in. So that's Tuesday the 12th, 4:15 pregame. And finally, just wanted to, I'll bring you back in here, Jeff, as well. We've been asked by a lot of folks, the schedule's been kind of lean this season. The reason being is because we're kind of catering to, number one, the schools that have partnered with us, which is right now it's Herculaneum, St. Pius X, and DeBerg. And then also some of our sponsors have also kind of said, we really like you to just kind of stick to these particular games as well. With that being said, we've been asked by a lot of folks, how come you're not doing our games? Well, the answer to that is this. Costs have gone up for our travel and things like that, so that's one big factor. But the other factor also is we can only be at one place at one time. We've basically kind of cut our schedule in half, but we're giving you guys an opportunity to get involved. If you're watching this and you're seeing, hey, we've had some folks from Windsor, we've had some folks from Festus ask us, we've had some folks from Jefferson ask us as well, Crystal City, schools like that want to know what can we do to get you guys out there. Well, help us find a sponsor, number one. If it's a big business, small business, get a hold of us. We can kind of take it from there, but we need interested sponsors. That's the big important thing. The other thing is to continue to tell your athletic director and superintendents that you want us out there. The more that they hear about it, the more that I think it's going to give them a chance to be willing to want to have us out. And we do a lot of great tight we have a lot of great relationships with the ADs, so they know who we are, and we appreciate them. But it's a business for us, and we got to realize that the things that we're doing have to be worth the trip out there. Number one, and so that's kind of where we're at this season. It's a little bit different this season with our with the cash revenue that's coming in now, and we've got to be able to take care of those things. So, Jeff, you got anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, I just want to say, there's no one else in our area that delivers the broadcast experience that we do in a live stream package. You have schools that have single cameras. Some of them have audio. None of them have announcers. Nobody has multiple camera angles like we do. Nobody has recaps. Nobody has the social media presence to highlight your kids like Livestream STL does. For those of you who are old enough who remember the mid-'80s when MTV came on the air, one of their most effective ad campaigns was they had different people saying, "I want my MTV." Well, go to your local ADs, go to your local businesses. If you want your athletes, your children, boys, girls, highlighted on Livestream STL by us working with them, their games, interviewing them, go to your local business, say, "Hey, let's work this out. I want my Livestream STL." And we're happy. We would love to be busy every single night doing a game. But obviously, because of the production that we bring, that production has a cost value associated with it that we have to be able to recoup. And that's why we're looking for sponsors. So there you have it.
Absolutely. Thanks for that. Appreciate that, Jeff. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thanks so much for watching Main Street Sports Minute. If you're interested in getting a hold of us for that sponsorship, give us a call, 314-852-4398, or you can email us over at livestreamstl@outlook.com. Thanks so much for watching Main Street Sports Minute.